else in the world. So, yeah, today I want to talk about visual memory. So, what is visual memory and how to train it? Yeah, I define it as visual memory is just compartmentalized data, compartmentalized information. So, like in a visual memory, visual, it's a small aspect. In reality, first of all, is like 80% is just data, is just information. So, and memory, how it works. Memory works when data is integrated into some structure, right? So you have already your experience, you have already some kind of core structure, and now you can integrate to connect to the structure new information, new data. Then you will remember it because it makes sense, right? So to build your memory, to learn some new material, some new visual material, you need deliberately, directly build this structure, like kind of not study, kind of trying to memorize separated elements or separated objects, just like, oh, I want to draw car, and you just look like a stare at car, and it's like you try to remember like how it looks, and like no, it's not how it works. Maybe there's some kind of like one 1%, like less than 1%, like super small. Two people maybe in the history who have this kind of like photorealistic memory, right? Like you just look and you snap, okay? But they're just supernatural. In reality, we remember only information which you can like say in the words. It's like a text, right? You can remember text. You can remember only verbal information. Something you can write, you can think in the words. So you need to understand what you're looking at. You need to understand it in verbal terms. Otherwise, you look at nothing. Like if you don't know how to say it, it means you see nothing. You just like looking nowhere, Like you think you look at something, but if you cannot define it in the words, you just kind of like gazing in nowhere. You're just kind of drifting. So then this thing, like what I will explain you now, it's like crazy. It's super essential. It's super important, but is nobody talk about it. It's a pity. It's a shame. And you might think like, oh, kind of why you even talk about this if it's nobody mention it, right? So I will be first, because thing is, every professional, every expert in their field, they are super analytical. They're extremely analytical. They're very precise. They know their subject very well. They know it in details, in every small aspect. They have like very complex structure in their head, right? So I hope the sound is okay. So if you want to get any decent level, kind of any decent quality, you need to get this analytical, precise, clear way of thinking, this like attitude, right? So, and then you will see that everything aside from this approach, it's a mindless drawing. So only when you use analytical thinking in your drawing, it's something serious, something like on a, at least in the beginning of some professional level. That's it. You cannot avoid it. So this first what you need to understand. So then back to this again, like if you're ready for serious grinding, kind of, right? So visual memory, first of all, is just memory of data. So all you need to do is compartmentalize information. And the way to do it is to build hierarchy trees. Like, and you learn it quickly, you start to do it kind of automatically. It's very fun to do, actually. It's just like very clear approach. Hierarchy 3, you know, is this like mind maps, right? So when we have, let's say, they think in the logic like categories and subcategories. I don't know, let's say people, right? Let's say category people. So people is saying like, okay, it's a general category. What kind of aspect maybe I want to compartmentalize? Say like visual design, right? Like visual design, just like for us as artists, like what is people? What is human, kind of like? So let's say design, visual design. Then like you can say like people, like social, like a social element, maybe something like such. I hope it's like elements. Then like people by race, maybe, you know, race or genes or some kind of, yeah, let's say like location. So you can go to more specific category, right? So then like visual design, you say like, okay, what we're talking about, like on which kind of level of visual design we're talking. Let's say like anatomy, let's say, right? Like visual anatomy. So then we say like, okay, we have like a skeleton, then we have like muscles, fat, and skin, tissue, kind of, right? So then skeleton is a skull, rib cage, blah blah blah, all this like different kind of bones, different kind of joints. So point is like, you see, eventually like what does it mean? It's mean like any term, any element, any object, it's belong to certain category, and at the same time it is category in itself. So because you can like branch it, right? You can go and see like, okay, what kind of subcategories we can have, like how you can break it down. So this is the way, only way. So how to treat it. So for everything, so left shot, okay. So when I draw, let's say like I want to draw some environment, right? And let's say what kind of environment talking about, like exterior, interior, right? Let's say exterior. For example, just exterior, what is like visually for me like convenient, most basic general categories, like ground and sky, right? In the sky, like what we can have in the sky: clouds, flying objects, birds, or like these objects can be like artificial or natural, like birds or like airplanes. Then can be like different weather, different season, different daytime, right? So in the ground, yeah, usually of course it's more busy and more information on the ground. So let's say also can be like man-made nature. Then if nature, then let's say it's some like barren ground, grass, um, bushes, flowers, trees. Then man-made is road, right? So then you can see, okay, road for cars, this like concrete roads. It's a one category, like man-made category. But if I talk about pedestrian walk in the park, so this pedestrian walk I will include into nature category. So it will be like ground, nature ground, like park grass with pedestrian walk, for example. Right. So just kind of for example of how it works, right? So I kind of snap this idea into this group. So I say like, okay, when I draw this park, I can like, it can be some bushes, some trees, or maybe pedestrian walk. And a pedestrian walk, okay, can be like people, like different age, different, let's say like profession. Maybe let's say maybe some people is just like citizens going to work or back from work, or they're on day off, or it's somebody in a working uniform, like a cleaning park, or it's policeman, or like medic, you know. So just kind of this approach allow you to be very specific whole time, and also have kind of clear control over creative process. So it's actually like allow you to be much more creative. You have now like all these decisions, all this wide range of choice in your hands. You are not like gazing and staring in the empty paper, you know, like what to do. No, you have like, you open folder and you see what can be there, right? And you browse it, you choose this. Oh, I like this one. Like I like it will be like mother with the children and the dog, walking with the dog and the children after school with like this kind of school kind of objects, like bag, you know, school bag and school uniform. So you very you making real cool stuff with this approach. So then like if I talk about road, what can be on the road, right? Like can be vehicles, what type of vehicles, what exact model, is it taxi or is like other service car. Like when I go to narrow down to vehicle, okay, what can happen with the vehicle? It can be open window, can be closed window. It can be scratches on the surface, or it can be like clean or dirty. If I open window, who I will see inside this vehicle, and etc, right? So you have like, you build certain platform, and then you fill this platform with elements. Like I go now to interior, for example, right? So if talk interior, just imagine like how convenient it. You talk in the interior, three category is ceiling, floor, and walls, right? So we have three category. So when you want to memorize particular type of interior, you start to look, okay, what is elements belong to ceiling, what is elements belong to walls and the floor. So and you just look around and see like, oh, this element, this element, this element. So let's say here like also another category of data, let's say. So we have like a structure, form, props and inhabitants, right? So like in the interior structure can be, let's say, a perspective grid, right? So I choose in which type of perspective I want to draw this interior. Like if you watch my previous tutorials, right? Like maybe it's like a security camera view. So if security camera view, it will be like x-axis go like this, y-axis vertical lines, they go like this, y-axis, and this other third axis. Okay, well, yeah, let's be z, right? So now let's say this is my structure for this interior structure. Then form, I choose, let's say, where will be walls, right? So let's say here will be corner, here will be like corridor, maybe here will be a second corner. So we have this kind of view. And maybe like here I make a door. So we have door frame. So you see now we have kind of general form, because we have ground, we have walls, so we can attach something to these surfaces. So we can place something on the floor. Maybe like we can open this door, for example, right? We have door, we can open it. So there we say like, okay, somebody walking there, like we have his leg, right? Or somebody like standing here near camera, because like security camera, let's say some dude standing here. Okay, maybe he have backpack, right? And some like stuff on the walls, like a railing on the wall here, right? So anyway, I go too fast. So structure, form, like what is happening with this interior in a very basic forms. Then props is like I already start to feel is this like a railing on the wall. Then it can be like let's say like a light switch, right? You can turn on light, turn off light. So you walk around and you think like, okay, what can be here? And you memorize like, okay, light switch can be here, there can be railing and stuff like this. It's a props level. Then inhabitants level. So it's in this interior, here can be people, like this hospital interior, so animals not allowed, right? You will not see animals here. So just kind of, for example, again, it's will help you to have this clear system. And then you, of course, you can see what kind of people. So now I will go to it. So now let's talk, because today I'm kind of in the hospital. So I was looking around and so like, okay, like I want to memorize it for myself so I can draw like hospital scenario, maybe like in my comic book or illustration something. So I'm like, say like Kim Jong-il, you sit, it's like, oh, I want to draw hospital scene, and I don't want to go to reference. I'm already surrounded by this reference, right? How can I memorize all this stuff? So answer is to memorize just system of it. Memorize categories. Remember what you see in the words, first of all. So I will show you, for example. So what I did, here we take this like hospital environment, like average environment here of Taiwan hospital, right? So we have like floor, ceiling and walls. So what see on the floor, kind of, I made it like I include people in the floor category because they kind of walk on the floor, or you can make them other category. This, you see, it's a not rigid system. it's this is your creative process, how you define these categories, and this what is overlooked like insanely. It's ridiculous. Drawing your creative process is not about only place like lay marks on a paper. It's also all this stuff. It starts from your ideas, from your treatment of information, right? Even start with your intention, like how, what you want to do, like what is reason for it, why you start to draw, what how you define it for yourself. This is crazy important. Is you if you study, if you look around, just observe different artists. You can ask them, or you can like read some biographies, watch interview of different artists. You will find out they everyone define what they're doing differently. Some who define it similar to each other, they have similar kind of work. And these artists who have like very unique and very crazy type of work, they have very crazy and unique definition of what they're doing first of all. So it's all start with the words. It's crazy. We should just comprehend this thing. It all start with the words. So I make this main categories, like floor category is the people and equipment, right? So no, it also can be type of floor. Right here it was just kind of linoleum floor. So people who can be is like medics. Medic people is a doctor, nurse, and assistant. Assistant, I notice a woman who like helped to like they're kind of manage logistic of how to move people from between different rooms, or like go to like to X-ray or operation room, kind of this. So assistants, they have like their own equipment, kind of. They have a radio, they have some satchel bag, so they look different from nurse, you know. So one category of people is the medics, docs, nurse subcategory, right? Because then if we take doctor, you can like find like woman doctor, man doctor, for example, right? Then second category is the patients. So patients, their subcategory, what they can be just on themselves, but usually distinctive element, it's they have this stick with this liquid thing which is go into their vein, you know. So they kind of walking around with this metal thing, with this thing. So you can, if you want to show patience, kind of like, so they will have this like a rope and a stick with liquid, whatever it is. I don't know, salty water. And visitors, right? So some like relatives, parents, children, husband, wife. So they will have like a more casual clothes. And workers, category of workers. So it can be like a cleaner, fixer, who's like fixing lights or some broken stuff. Security, right? So then, yeah, let's talk about equipment then. There is like here and there we can see nurse trolley with this kind of box on the wheels with the different stuff in it, like has like some storage compartments. They have this different like shelves, so they put there like this disposable gloves. They have some paperwork on this trolley. They have a computer screen. It's actually like computer with the screen in together, and they have mouse. So kind of, you see, I can take this like nurse trolley and I can like describe which elements it contains of, and I can do it all with the words, and I make already like list for you, so I can nurse trolley. Okay, so here's example. So nurse trolley have screen this with a computer and mouse, right? Have table surface with the papers and pen, kind of there like sign some papers there. They have these compartments with different stuff, glove box, alcohol spray, and this under this compartment is the wheels, so she can like carry it around. Have also like handles. Yeah, forget to write. Have handle, right? Handles, so she can like carry it anywhere. It's like grab these handles. So then have this like packages, like they have a compartment for used packages, like they're empty already, so it's nothing there. Then it's a lot of cables, looks fancy, looks cool. So it's like if we have this screen, then there's cable go from screen, then this cable go to mouse, then we have you see kind of like, at least first you need to remember this in the words. Later we'll go show it again. So equipment. So there is my, like in this, imagine like hospital corridor, right? And there is what we can see there. So here and there we can see this nurse trolley, this thing with the screen and all this stuff. Then you can see, I don't know how to call this thing, I call it like pressure test. Is this kind of stick also have screen. There shows this kind of heartbeats, some like buttons. It also have some kind of handle. So then it's have here is like kind of this basket, and then it also have this kind of thing with the wheels, right? So there's some cables, and there here have this pillow kind of for check pressure, right? So they put it in a basket. So bunch of cables here around, and they sometimes you can see how they put this thing like connect to electric socket to charge. I think it's kind of they're charging this test thing, right? So if you look at this kind of an interior of a hospital, of this like dormitory, I don't know how it's called, right? Like where's patients, so you can see this thing can stay around. So then it can be cleaner trolley. Cleaner trolley, this kind of also box on the wheels. Also can have some compartments for different cleaner material. Can be mop here, like some different stuff. So also handles. So you can just also spend some time, look and just kind of say in words, right? You can write it or you can memorize these words, like what is the main elements of it and what it contains, right? So then sometimes you can see mop. So this mop can be inside trolley, or sometimes they leave it stand there against the wall, maybe like not for a long time, but sometimes you can see it like maybe for 10 minutes standing against the wall. So can be fixer trolley. So this guy, like a fixer guy, he have his special fixer trolley. So this like toolbox, huge thing, also on the wheels. So he have a lot of like these shelves. He has some stuff here on the top. I make photograph of it, but again also it's not so hard. It just like takes some more time, and you can just memorize be more specific what's there, and this like will be really build your visual memory for this stuff. So and this is what I will do later. But even on this stage, you know, you can kind of made it up a little bit. It's just say okay, so trolley has this. You can like open one trolley, and there we have like screwdriver with a battery. You know, some kind of just imagine what there can be. Maybe also some paperwork with the pencil. So because he maybe need to sign some or make some list, I don't know, whatever paperwork they may have. So then there is can be wheelchairs. So wheelchairs, they can be in the two modes. It's like how to say, folded wheelchair, right? Or maybe somebody place it unfolded. So at beginning, at first, right, just remember this stuff. You don't need to remember yet how it looks visually. At least remember at first it is there, it's present, you know. So two modes for wheelchair. So this stuff, it's like what is there on the floor can be, right? So then ceiling. What can be in a ceiling? So can first of course look like what type of ceiling. So in the hospitals they have this kind of office type of ceiling with this frame and this kind of squares, right? So then there can be like, it can be like a lamp there with this kind of cage form. So just memorize like lamps, smoke detectors, water sprayers, air conditions, audio speakers, like, you know, Wi-Fi router even, you know. So like, yeah, there's like Wi-Fi router on the ceiling. So exit sign can be this thing like as a like sign, like there's dude running, and some like direction signs, right? So and the walls. So what on the walls? It can be, first of all, can be windows there, right? So it's like huge part of the wall. It can be door. So on the door, like you can talk about door also, like subcategories of a door. But I attach to door, it's like room number or room name. So if it's some kind of special room, so we'll have its name in there, like there's some table. Also there is in this hospital there have like a lamps, right? So maybe like patient, he can push button, so there will be light, and the nurse can see it to go there. So also on the walls have railings, have this fire, how's this thing goes, forget how it's called, fire hydrants, right? Also have attached to wall alcohol sprayers, have posters. Posters can be what about like subcategory, right? Like it's like educational posters. About here they have cool posters like talking about like your rights and your duties, kind of, right? So it's like how you also have certain duties, kind of, you need to behave and stuff. So and information like or advertisement of some hospital stuff. So just for example, right? So we have posters, and what kind of posters. Then emergency light. So this emergency light is like lamp with a battery, and this lamp with a battery have cable connected to electric socket. So when you have electricity, it's kind of charging, and I guess like if there's no electricity, kind of this lamp will work from its own battery, I guess. It looks like for me. So Yeah, of course, on the walls there's electric sockets. We can also talk about like elevator with elevator buttons. Also can be chairs. Can be like it's maybe subcategory of posters, floor map, right? So it can be kind of this poster with a draft of a floor map on it. Then can be maybe TV on a wall, and this typical kind of hospital thing is these paintings with like oil paintings of some Venice, Italy, some kind of this Mediterranean Sea. So in this case, it's kind of prints of this type of oil paintings. So then also light switch and AC controller is kind of this plastic, small plastic box with some buttons, screen showing temperature, and this rotating thing. So this only way how you memorize, like build visual memory, right? How you can memorize it visually. It's first of all have at least general idea of what it is, and as I say, you need to have it in a structure, because when it's in a structure, it's really snaps kind of, right? Because you just like, because with this structure now, like if I want to draw, right, I'll say like, okay, I want to draw, like here will be horizon line, here will be vanishing point, so I draw perspective. So now what I draw, ceiling, walls and floor, right? Okay, so here is our kind of corridor in the hospital. And then I say like what kind of floor and what kind of ceiling it is and what can be there, right? Because this is what you will think when you will try to draw it. You will think like what can be there. You will kind of think it in the words. You will not kind of like magically memorize it visually. No, you will think first of all, you will think it in the words. So, and if you clarify it for yourself, you can even like write like this. It really helps, you know. It's a really good idea, like make word notes before you make even sketch. It's a good practice for you. Train your brain to be like really specific, and this age will make you like advance very fast, go to really pro level, not kind of this noob like drawing, like don't know what he draw. You know, it's just, you know, like I try to draw something, I don't know really what. It's ridiculous. So, and then say like, okay, ceiling, right? So I remember I say this type of ceiling with squares, right? So like root, and there say okay, it can be lights, it can be AC. So let's say I want make a light here. So I start to compose, right? I start to design. When you think this way, is really creative approach. It's really fun to do because it feels like you're creating actual environment. You're not just kind of drawing some kind of loose crap. You know, you are really make kind of like modeling 3D interior, or if you're in a computer game kind of and you make your own hospital, you know, it feels very fun. So let's say light here, light there, then I put like smoke detector. So smoke detector here. A lot of stuff you can already remember actually, you know. So it's like, I mean, you can remember like smoke detector, right? It's like a kind of table, and here you have like this small light, and maybe there's some kind of this thing, or there are more holes. What is also made for you, like when you draw this approach, you say like kind of, wait a second, I have some questions for smoke detector. So then you will go and you will look more precisely like what is the elements of smoke detector. Так, it's not in the frame. Right. So then we have here this like water spray. Then on the wall, like we have 3 walls. So one wall I will do like window here. So have window frame, and this like small frame on the left, small frame on the right. It's kind of, you can open it, so it's have like handles, right? So then like what we can see in the window. So this one here, it's a 12th floor. So I can see like some rooftops. I can see mountains. Right. So let's say this what is happening in my head when I draw. Right? So this kind of what is creative or thought process artist have when he draw, and more specific, more structured and organize this process in your mind, better you are. And like if you look for professional artists, actually like professionals in every field, they have like insane structure in their head. So don't waste your time kind of for all this kind of loosey-goosey, lazy ass kind of slacking style when you try to avoid analysis, you know. Go directly into it, build this, create this your habit, because this habit will make you like crazy man. So then let's say left and right wall, right? So we can do like 2 doors for rooms, so for the patients, right? So door, you can say like door is contains of a door frame, right? So maybe this door is open, so we can see like door frame here, and we can see like a little of a room inside. This door, it's closed, so we see it's like that. So it's closed, and here like they have very interesting handles, like some kind of this. Right. So then, as I say, they have like near doors, they have like a number, right? So let's say some kind of plate. I can put it in perspective. So let's say like 45. Let's say, and they have lamps. It's like I say, when inside room patient, he push a button, so nurse can see this lamp kind of, so she know which room to go. It's like helps to orientate more fast. So then I say they have a railing, right? So this railing, let's say how high? Maybe this high, on this high. So this railing will be like this. So like, how hard is to remember a railing? It's just kind of like a ribbon, right? So, no, talking about this particular railing, it's like this. Okay, so it's attached here to wall. So tell me, what is sound quality? Can you hear anything at all? Like, write me in the chat. Так, so railing, and let's do like railing on the other side, right? Same high, just transfer this H in perspective, make this railing go like that, and then have this turn. So then I draw this thing as like between floor and wall, has this kind of, I don't know how to call this thing. Okay, right? So what else I mentioned on the wall? It's posters. So posters, they kind of placed in this hospital. They have like many of them placed like this. Or maybe I will do just two. Let's do just two posters. Okay. And here will be this like fire hydrant. Right. So this I will look now like what kind of like marks they have. This typical for this fire hydrant. I remember it's like metal doors, but what kind of marks there, not very clear, need to clarify. Так, so then you see what I said before. Where's the razor? So here can be like, usually near this window I think they have folded wheelchairs. So it's kind of like this folded wheelchair, maybe two. Oh, I stopped blood in my leg. Oh. Then we can do like here we have like nurse and trolley. Так, we still have more in space. Like, let's draw her trolley like this. So it have wheels. Then here have this computer on a stick. So then here is this cables. here have compartment with the gloves. Then here some other compartment. Here maybe, like, let's say put here's alcohol spray. Some meds, paperwork with a pen here. So, and let's say she like filling some data on computer. So they have a mask. Here's funny, like in Taiwan they have some kind of kawaii stuff. Like small toys. So she's standing like this. Trolley filling data on computer. Right? So it's kind of like you get some scene, right? You have some happening here. So then I was talking about emergency light. So here emergency light is, like I say, it's like we have socket. Let's say there are some cables and this lamp. And this, okay? So it's kind of like one set. So I will make it here. So it's this one. So I can draw it bigger size. I can draw more details. This thing. Oh, let's put Wi-Fi router. Okay, so it's like doing. And here we kind of can be like clouds, bird flying. Like in Taiwan, it can be this. How's this forget? Yeah, can be egrets, can be pigeons, and can be not eagle, kind of like an eagle. This bird forget the kind. This very cool predator. And I can do also small rating here. This. Yeah. So here I also will do, for example, I was breakdown like of main elements. Let's say nurse, right? So they kind of have different kind of nurse, but let's say one kind is like they have all white clothes, and this clothes like shirt, pants, and shoes all white. And then badge, and it's kind of like I said, this page also they have some kind of funny toys like kawaii, you know, like this, like kawaii stuff. And mask, facial mask. Okay, right then. Assistants, I will have satchel bag radio, doctor coat with this thing. Also maybe badge to look, forget. And with all this data, I can draw all day. I can draw like any angle. I can draw like thousand situations with this like hospital environment. You see, because I have like very clear library, and even with my like not very precise visual library for these elements, right? Maybe I will draw like little wrong because I wasn't remember it so precisely. But this approach make you able to draw it in any stage you already have. You already remember a lot of things. It's kind of a trick. You already remember a lot of stuff. Your problem, you lack of structure. You lack of this analysis approach, analysis, um, kind of this logical treatment of information, of like artist subject. So, okay, I don't know, let's draw one more hospital scene with fish eye. So I see it here. Very funny. Outside. Так. So let's draw fish eye hospital. Так. So first structure, then let's say make here like structure over space, corridor, right? So once again, I need some ceiling. I want to show some ceiling. So here will be a ceiling, but I need more. Okay, like this. Here, okay. Okay, so here is my hospital corridor, right? Here is my ceiling. Structure here. Then I will draw again window here. I like to, to show some window stuff. Let's draw right now also nurse with her sink, or let's do like a patient walking. So patient walking with this stick. Let's see, it's kind of more high. It's kind of this. So this stuff. patients have this kind of thing go into vein, right? So we have like tape here on his hand. Maybe make it longer. Let's do like this. And they have this kind of try to remember some kind of sleepers. Okay, so it's patient, and then here we have door. Maybe a second door here. So this door have a lamp. Here we have some posters and railing. So before today I never drew hospital interior. This kind of a visual memory what I just memorize today using my system. I was just walk around, look what is there on the walls, what's there on the ceiling, what's there on the floor, kind of what kind of happening around. So like let's say 25 room. Here they have some illustrations, say something, blah blah blah. So you have more time, can draw like some jokes here or some, if it's your comic book, you can put some more world building into these posters. Then, yeah, window here. And we have a wheelchair against the wall, wheelchair in the corner. Some buildings. And here, let's do again like nurse with her trolley. So trolley here can like little rotates. Alright, so it will be like this. So then wheels. Then this computer here. Some cables. Так. Compartments. So here's like glove box. Some other stuff. Then other compartment. Some other boxes. So well, some stuff start to fly here. So crazy. Так. So she stay here with the mouse. Just like whoop. Have cable. And a badge here. Так, ось ще have glasses. Some mosquitoes start to fly in here like crazy. Так. Shit. So this is like handles. And it's kind of here. Have hands on this handle. Так. So then here we have lamp on ceiling. Then smoke detector. water extinguisher. Так, here let's do railings. So this thing have wheels. Oh, it's a mosquito now, crazy. Так. Так. This will be lower. Here we have electric socket. Some posters. And maybe here let's put just for fun like floor map. Don't know why here, but let's say like a floor map. So mosquitoes start to killing me or eating alive. Так, need to finish with this. Let's say poster, one more poster here, and here this like emergency light. Like I say, I have cable and this light here. Okay, I hope you see it, I hope you hear what I say, because extreme situation. And there's this madness. So let's focus. This is Jim Bond art. Jim Bond art. Okay, see you next videos. See you next week.